All right, everybody, catch you up before it gets dark. I've been struggling between the rain and just being busy trying to get this stuff done. And of course, when I finally get something to show you, it's nighttime back here. But here's where we're at. Got the main structure here, propane tank. I think I'm actually going to move these down. This will be the third time I've moved this upper door. I had it too low the first time, too high this time, so I think I'm going to shoot for right in the middle, just right. But I'm going to move those down for the top doors. Got this structure over here. I haven't got it fastened onto the trailer permanently. It's just using a couple self tappers through the trailer skin original holes to hold it while I'm mocking everything up. But I've been out here drilling holes, just putting bolts in here and there to bolt everything together so it doesn't move while I'm making another piece. So I got to make a piece to tie those two pieces together yet, and then outside of drilling a couple more holes, I got to drill a hole back there and one on the other side and one on the back top. And then of course I'm gonna have to drill the holes for the piece I put up there so that I can bolt those two sides together. Structurally, I think it'll be pretty much done. And so I'm going to have a door on this side, be from here to the end, it'll all be doors, so I can take that off so there should be air in. When I put the roof on, it's going to have holes through it, and then I'm only going to run a bottom, I think, over here to this brace and then leave the rest of it open so it'll have air. And of course the water drains out of it when you got it on heat, so you'll have air come in back there. You can have air come in around here. There'll be air that can come in from the top, and of course the end's going to be like all, I don't know if I'm going to do expanded metal or just cut out a piece of sheet metal and cut a bunch of holes in it or something. I haven't got that far yet, but that's where I'm at. I think I get that piece up there made and everything drilled. That'll be the final thing that has to be done, I think, on the trailer till I get ready to actually skin it. I'm going to take everything off because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and take it in the shop, and I'm going to move these doors down and just start welding everything up permanent and start figuring out. I'm going to go ahead and cut the floor pieces that'll go in each level to separate the shelves and get those cut. And then I got to start figuring out skinning it, and when I get I'm going to probably rough cut most of the stuff, get it close to the right size or somewhat, and then I'm going to bolt it back on the trailer. And actually I'll probably paint it and then bolt it back on the trailer in hopes that all I have to do is hold the sheet metal up here, make sure it fits, drill holes in it for this. I'm just going to use self tappers, but it's a lot easier to do a pre-drill those, especially through this 1/8 inch. So pre-drill those so that I can get it in place, and then I may pop those off, paint those, and then, you know, hopefully stick those on for the last time and call this. Well, I still got to build the door yet, so that'll be a little bit, but I think I have a fairly easy idea. I think I'm going to do somewhat like I did the doors on my, or the windows on my Armax, and just put a sleeve up there, and then the door will have pins, and one will be a lot longer than the other, so I can just stick it up there on top. I'll probably use a piece of angle iron so it'll sit right on top, and then just slide the pins over into the holes, and then either some quarter turn latches or maybe like some the rubber strap hold downs, or I may just drill that and put either weld a nut on or use some of those riv nuts. Some of those riv nuts. Might just use a couple riv nuts and have a couple knobs, just crank them in there and tighten them down. Leave the door on for travel, and then just take two nuts out and pop the door off when we get to wherever it is we're going and want to run it. I thought about using a couple of gas struts and just making it hinge. I didn't want it to come down because I was afraid somebody'd walk into it coming around here if it was just hanging down. And so, plus it's going to be hard to latch it clear on the very top. So then I thought about making it hinge up, which then again, it's still going to be hard to grab a hold of it to pull it down, which I could probably do it off the tailgate of the truck when I hook it up. But I was afraid if I had that up just on a couple gas struts, that if we was ever in some high winds or something, you know, we'd want it open to run the Mini, but wouldn't want that door up there to get possibly bent or, you know, something like that. So I think just popping the door off is the best method. But there's where I am. Got that done before dark, or roughly. I still don't have that last piece on, but I got some lights. I'm gonna get that done so that way I can get it off there tonight before it gets rained on tomorrow. And then most of the rest of that stuff I can do a bunch of stuff in the shop until it's nice weather to throw it back on the camper. But when I get somewhere more exciting, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. All right, guys, let me catch you up here. Let's show you what I got going on. This sheet here I'm getting ready to clean up, and it's going to go up. It's going to be the front, and I'll take you up to the cargo trailer because that's where I'm putting everything together. Because as I was afraid, as you weld stuff, it always moves, and I tried to minimize it, but you know, as I finished welding up these frames, they moved a little bit, so getting them bolted up was quite the chore. So got my scaffolding plank set up here, tailgate's the right height over there, and got a board over here so I can work right here. And for the time being, I'm in the shade. But I got everything bolted together. I had to work at it a little bit, but it's where it needs to be. It's all bolted together, all the bolts tight. It's where it should be. So I got the top piece, the roof cut, and it's just laying up there. And I'm gonna build all the panels. I got that panel down there on the end built, and it's drilled and ready for the final screws. Well, after I paint it. But that sheet I got down there is going to go across this front, and hopefully I'm going to just bend it right around the corner here and bring it over here and stop it here. And I probably need a little bit of help to get that piece up and clamped in place so that I can see what's going on. So I might have to wait. I'm the only one here right now besides my little four-legged helper over there. She would probably just bite on me while I was trying to hold stuff instead of, you know, actually helping. So that's the plan. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to build all the panels for it right here while it's on the trailer and it's bolted into place, because it springs a little bit. So if I was to take it apart and build the panels for it down in the shop, then bring it up here, put it together, none of them would fit. So I'm building everything on the trailer here, and then I'll take them back off, take the top two frames off and get them painted. And then I think I'll be ready to just about put everything on for the final time once I got it painted. I got the shelves in the tower there, and there'll be a door here, and you'll have a top shelf, bottom shelf, and the bottom doors where the propane tank's going to be. But yeah, that's where we're at. So far so good. I think maybe finally see a little bit of end in sight to this, and I hope so. This has been quite the project, which wouldn't be that bad, but you know, deadlines. But oh well, that's how we roll around here. Last minute, all the pressure. So I get something interesting, I'll show you. Probably won't be till I don't know, maybe when I get all the panels on before I take it back apart, see how it all fits up. But it just I'm just drilling. These panels are 020 steel, which the sides of the trailer are only 030 aluminum, so I figure they'll be strong enough. That top panel is aluminum, so it's just going to stay bare. And it is, it's thicker. It's like 040. So get these cleaned up, get them painted, and I've just been drilling them and putting self-tapping screws in. As far as I know, it should be good. I mean, that's how they built the trailer, so should be good enough for this. All right, try this again. The GoPro battery died, but as I was saying, we didn't. I didn't get any film of anything yesterday evening. We had places we had to be, and so I had to hurry up and clean up. And it was supposed to rain today, which it's currently misting out. And I wanted to get everything back off the trailer so that it didn't start to flash rust. But I got some of the panels laying up here that close off the certain compartments. Try to keep, you know, most of the air out, most of the stuff in. There's panels, some of the braces, and then this is the main panel that's going to go across the right side of the trailer, around the front, and over to where the door on the mini split's going to start. So this is it. I bent it up. It didn't bend exactly the way I wanted it to. It's got a few little kinkles and wrinkles in it. But I mean, I think it'll be all right once it's up there. I mean, I can't really complain. I got this metal was all free, all this thin stuff that I've been using. There's a guy moving, and he just was done loading stuff and moving. He moved as much as he wanted to move, and he told me if anything left there that I wanted, I could have. So he had all these sheets, this thin little stuff, and so nothing else. It'll work for this trip and give me a good idea. And you know, if I really want to, if I don't like how it looks or something, I can always order some regular sheets of aluminum like the trailer's got on it that's already black and everything, and I'll have the patterns that I need to cut them out. And you know, I could try bending them up again, see if I can't do a little better job if I'm not happy with how this turns out, or you know, starts rusting in the future. I'll just take all the screws out, take it off, clean it up, and get some aluminum sheets. Some of this stuff was aluminum. The top roof panel there, that's all one piece. That's going to be, that is aluminum. So I'm just going to put it on like it is, and it'll be good to go. So I'm going to get back at it. I got to, this piece here is pretty much done except for painting. And I got to make the bottom piece for this. I gotta make this bottom enclosure, and then that over there is the piece that goes around the mini split. I gotta make the door, so probably be back when working on the door. All right, everybody, working on the toolboxes and the aero improvement for the mini split or mini split cover. I don't know, we'll see how it does. But I've skipped some things because I'm way behind. So I had a lot to do, but we're finally starting to get wrapped up. I was gonna show you making the door, but it was such a pain that I just kept fiddling with it till I got it made. But I got the doors done, and so I'm trying to get these covers on, and I'm not overly happy with the sheet metal part. The frame works great. The frame's good and solid. Everything's where it should be and the size it should be. But I'm not. I don't like the looks of the rest of it. I actually, and of course it's black, so it shows every single imperfection. I painted some of the panels on the inside white, just because I was running out of black paint. So they're white. They looked 100 times better being white than the black side did. The black just shows every little imperfection. And so I actually repainted everything with a black bed liner. It's more of a satin finish and it's rough, so it covered up a bunch of the imperfections in the metal where it was rusted. So that's where we're at.
It smells good. Dad, why is that board over there?
Because I was using that as a scaffolding plank to walk on back and forth.
You walked on that?
Yeah.
Without one end falling off?
No, honey, I stuck it between the ladders.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, because otherwise Dad would have fell off for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if this...
That probably makes more sense. Is it dry?
Yeah.
Please. I was just going to ask for it.
No, you weren't. You were going to touch it, Grandma.
I was, but then thought, why am I so much like Grandma?
At least the door fits.
I busted my butt today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I stuck the belt in second base and busted my booty.
Sis, can you...
Yeah?
Right there on my truck bed beside the other black door,
Screws.
There's a little clear bin of black screws.
Screws.
Yeah.
You need some. Which one? Oh, just any. How many?
Just bring them over here. Stick one. Oh, where'd my drill bit go? Oh, here it is. Must have took it off the ladder.
Oh yeah, it was on there. I didn't know it.
Hold on to that.
Okay.
Now, stick it in. No, the other end, honey. There you go. Push. There we go. Now stick me a screw on there.
There you go. I forgot that camera was on. I thought you'd turn it off. You need another one? Oh, that's cool. Why does it have the bips in there like that? Why isn't it just like this?
Because that's how it drills, huh? Goes in and it cuts the metal and pushes it out those grooves.
If it just went like that, it would just...
Can you see? Does it have some numbers right there?
It does.
What's it say? Don't
Just
spill those, honey.
it says that over there on solid ground. Is it upside down or is it supposed to be this way?
I don't know.
It's clearly.
Is it 5/32 or 9/64?
I see a 5-52, and then on the bottom it's dash S3.
Yeah, it was 32.
Oh.
Yeah. 5/32. I gotta. Means I gotta go to the barn and get the.
I'm taller than you now. Those are cool looking doors. Did you buy them off of Amazon?
I did.
Amazon have everything, including an Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
This one bought an Amazon gift card off of Amazon. Dad,
Yeah, honey.
do you think we'll get into the Bleeping Jeep Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
Well, honey, I'm
But
not
we
going to,
tried.
'cause I haven't had any time to work on it. This big trip has been
Do you want me to move?
too much. No.
Okay.
these again?
I will.
Watch what you're doing, honey, so you don't.
I will.
Oh, that bit must be getting dull.
Hi, Woogie. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
I think that looks pretty good, don't?
Now that looks awesome. Hi there. Hello, tiny person. She's like, oh, you're too tall.
Get my ball from up there. Not that I would give it to you, you know.
She's coming over to your ladder. And then...
Screw.
Dad, could we screw a screw into a screw?
We cannot.
Why can't you screw a screw into a screw?
I guess. Well, there's one done with my little helper. But these are just a marine access door or hatch door or something like that. So,
Marine?
yep, for boats.
Why are they for
Got a gasket in there, but if I really wanted them to be waterproof, I should have put some silicone or something behind that when I set it in there, which I can always take it out later and put it in there if I want, because now I'll have all the holes where they need to be, so it'd be a lot easier to pull it back out and put the silicone around there and then seal it back down. But
Dad?
I think that's gonna work good. I like that. There's one side done, except for I gotta finish screwing, put some screws along the back and the front here. Moving on to the other side. I don't know, I got any place to set the camera for this side.
I hold it.
You hold it.
I'll hold it. And give you screws. It's easy, I have 2 hands.
You just don't wreck the screws.
I won't wreck the screws. I forgot, I screwed the screws back so it's like...
His dad doesn't want to play.
Find the screw off the ground.
51 screws in my tire pickup.
In your tire?
Well, knowing my luck, that's where they would, that's how I'd find them, is in my tire. That one was easy, almost like I already had a hole there or something. I drilled some of these and some of them I didn't.
Oh, I had a screw.
Well, you didn't hand it to me.
I didn't know you wanted the screw!
That's not the one I did.
Screw.
I already pre-drilled these, so this will be a lot easier. Well, that's pretty much what that side looks like. Throw the door on it up there, and then I gotta finish screwing the roof down. But otherwise, it's pretty well done. Be ready to start packing stuff in it. I guess it don't look too bad all in all. I mean, I like the bottom better. It was mostly flat sheets, so they weren't better. If I'd have had a break to make the top pieces and more time, that was my biggest downfall, was I was just running out of time, and so I didn't have the luxury of getting to mess with it over and over and over and over until I finally got it how I wanted it. I had to just put it together so I could get it together, because we're leaving here in just a few days, so it's got to be ready to go so I can finish packing. I got to get other stuff ready too, so can't just keep working on this thing forever. I'll go grab that door and throw it on there and see what that looks like with everything. All right, guys, let's see if the door fits after I've painted it. And make sure I put the latches on right. Still not ideal. I wished I could reach it from the ground, but I can get it from the tailgate of the truck. At least if it's got to be parked like this. There we go. Yeah, it's ugly, but it'll have to be what it's going to be for now. The frame's all good, so worst that I have to do is remake those top, redo the door, redo that other piece over there, something less dented. Maybe I could find some kind of trim so I could just do the top in two pieces or something, or maybe I'll build a brake so that I can actually make decent bends and bend it. Try bending it again. But it's just going to have to be what it is. I don't really care for it too much. You couldn't even see those dents in that tin until I started painting it, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's going to show up. And that bed liner won't lay down nice and even. It has that weird shadow to it, to where it looks like you've got low on dark and light spots in it, even though you've given it several coats. So I don't know, it's gonna be good enough for this trip. it'll still be better than the way I used to do it, and that was having to try to put a bag over top of that with a piece of aluminum in front of it to protect to hold the, well, the aluminum was basically protect the bag, to keep the bag from ripping in the wind going down the road. And then I'd have to put a ratchet strap around it and tie up all the strings, and it was such a pain. At least this way the Mini will be protected and it won't be that hard to take on and off. But I like the storage box. I do like that. I'm still not a big fan of this top stuff. I don't know. I wanted some storage. I wanted to try to fix the aerodynamics of the Mini split sticking out the side. That was the best I could come up with as far as for now. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come up with a better idea. I don't know. Maybe if it just didn't stick out so far. But I mean, the Mini split just takes up that much room. So I don't know. Let me get it back. See what? Of course, you guys probably can't tell from here now. I know the GoPro's kind of make everything look different than what it really is. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'll just look and find some trim and just go ahead and buy a couple sheets of the trailer skin and, you know, just cut them out and screw them on, put trim around the corner like they did. They don't try to bend it around nothing either. They just, well, I guess they do bend these corners, but I'm assuming they got a giant brake to do that. So maybe I'll build a brake when I get some time and revisit this. But for now, it's going to work. I just won't look the best.